Sabbatical. They'll be followed out onto the course here by number 2. This is John Betjeman for Robin and Rory Gillard, trained by Mark Gillard, and Joe Anderson riding, claiming £3. Colours are royal blue with a black star, royal blue sleeves with black stars, royal blue cap and a black star for number 2, John Betjeman. And the final pair now coming out. They are the Bernard Llewellyn pair, number 3. And number 5, number 6. It's number 6 who we see first. Good Impression in the BMG group colours of red with an emerald green stripe and armlets. Ellis Collier riding, claiming 5. And followed by his stable companion number 3, Port or Starboard for Llandaf Cur. I hope that's right. Royal blue, dark blue hoops, royal blue sleeves, dark blue stars, a pink cap and dark blue stars for number 3, Port or Starboard. And Robert Williams is in the saddle. So this race to start us off this afternoon on ground described as heavy, soft in places, is 2 miles. So they start just towards the top of the home straight. They'll jump the 2 hurdles in front of them, and then a complete circuit will give us 8 obstacles in total. Let's have a look at the betting, shall we? And as we know already, Banno Bay Boy has been pretty popular this morning. Is the 11 to 10 favourite. Port or Starboard is 3 to 1 from 7 to 2. John Betjeman is 100 to 30. Sabbatical 11 to 1, and Good Impression is the 14 to 1 outsider of the 5 horses for the first race of the afternoon. The follow Vickers.bet on Twitter. Conditional jockeys handicap hurdle, and post time of 1:30 is in just 1 minute, so it won't be long. Have a very good afternoon. The runners are at the start. They're at the start. We're now on post time then for the first race. Starter's just walking over towards the rostrum now. And the field begin to make positive approaches to the start. The flag goes up. And they're starting to come forward then. Stand by. And that's it. They're off. They jump away for the follow Vickers.bet on Twitter. Conditional jockeys handicap hurdle, and head down towards the first of the 8 flights with last year's winner, John Betjeman, striding into the lead for Joe Anderson to lead over Port or Starboard in second place. Green colours, white face and noseband of Banno Bay Boy. He's in a dispute of third with Sabbatical as they jump the first. Sabbatical landed in 4th, and there's a length and a half away to Good Impression at the rear of the field. So the 5 come towards flight number 2. John Betjeman leading by a length to Banno Bay Boy towards the inside of Port or Starboard. Sabbatical racing fairly enthusiastically under a tight hold from Isabel Williams, who's currently sat on the 49 winner mark for her career. And then Good Impression, who's returning from a 115-day break, is just about last of all in the red and green, but there'd only be 2.5 lengths covering the quintet as they head over towards the far side of the course, where they've got 3 flights to jump, numbered 3, 4 and 5. And John Betjeman who's won 2 of his 5 starts here at Forslas. He was first past the post in another as well, but was disqualified. He's got a good record here. Has been joined and possibly headed by Sabbatical towards the outer, who's been running over fences recently with wins at Fakenham and Leicester. Banno Bay Boy third down on the inside, no more than half a length off the front 2 under Cameron Isles. And then we have Portor Starboard towards the outer, and Good Impression detached now under Ellis Collier, probably 3 or 4 lengths in behind as they go towards the middle one down the back straight. This is flight number 4. John Betjeman rises just in front, got in a bit deep, although Sabbatical wasn't too much better up on the outside. Banno Bay Boy, who was third on his handicap debut at Hereford 7 weeks ago, racing down on the inner. Those green and white colours just getting a little bit mud splattered now. Portor Starboard, who dead heated at Exeter last time, is racing a little bit wider out, lands in 4th, and then last of all, Good Impression. So they come towards the end of the back straight, the front 4 very tightly grouped. John Betjeman, Sabbatical, and Portor Starboard moving up towards the outside. Just a brief squeeze on Banno Bay Boy on the inner, but he's still right there, and Good Impression a couple of lengths away, trying to close in on the front 4 who are now turning out of the back straight and approaching the final 5 furlongs of their journey in this Follow Vickers.bet on Twitter conditional jockeys handicap hurdle. And John Betjeman with the advantage has always been right there, and he's now upping the pace on the turn for home. Joe Anderson leading by a length and a half to Portor Starboard. Banno Bay Boy coming between the pair. They've quickly dashed away from Sabbatical in 4th as they jump 3 out. Great jump from Banno Bay Boy, and it took him into the lead, and he moves well. John Betjeman on the right being ridden along. Portor Starboard on the left is now a length and a half away in 3rd. Sabbatical drops away 4. Good Impression last of the 5, and it's a straight match up front. It is Banno Bay Boy on the left and John Betjeman on the right. 2 out. Banno Bay Boy landed with a narrow advantage, but John Betjeman is trying very hard as Banno Bay Boy is hanging across him, still racing a little bit greenly, but he's in front under Cameron Isles, coming to the final hurdle with his ears pricked. Banno Bay Boy up by half a length to John Betjeman. The leader just pecked ever so slightly, and John Betjeman not preparing to lie down on the far side. He's come back to challenge Banno Bay Boy on the run to the line. John Betjeman, Banno Bay Boy, and John Betjeman's doing enough to get back up and win. Wins it for the 2nd year and saw off Banno Bay Boy, Portor Starboard, Sabbatical and Good Impression.
that they'll have a proper go with him next season. But if he's certainly looked tuned up enough for it in the paddock.
Yeah, I quite liked him, actually. He's a different type to his stablemate, isn't he? I think his stablemate was a much bigger,
Yes.
more obvious chasing-looking type. I'm not saying that Great Samurai isn't going to jump fences, because he might have won an Irish point, but for falling late on. But his stablemate looked the bigger unit at the moment.
He
Diamond
was.
Twin.
Half-brother to French jump winners.
Yes.
Speak.
I was just looking at the grey Benefact whirling around at the start. He was a little bit of an eye-catcher at Newbury.
He certainly was. Certainly was. Came from some way off the pace to see out the race pretty well. And that was a major step forward. I mean, he was obviously he was favourite for the bumper he ran in at Southwell last May because of the yard he came from.
Yeah.
I mean, they could send the stable cat to a Southwell bumper to go favourite, wouldn't they? Ran very disappointingly when behind Great Samurai Taunton, and much better the latest one. So there are two or three against the favourite, you'd think.
Right, we're just about set to go, I reckon, for the first. We've just been waiting on Chankea going across to join the others, left of picture. But I think this is the start of a steady advance towards the starting tapes.
Good.
Flags are not yet raised, but you wouldn't want to be holding them up for too long in this wind, that is for sure. If you are just tuning in, to confirm, very windy, a strong tailwind down the home straight. So as we reach a few seconds beyond the scheduled off time of 1:40, I think it might be a good time to head in the direction of the commentary box, where I'm delighted to say we're able to wish a very good afternoon to David Fitzgerald.
Thank you, Stuart. Good afternoon to you and Jonathan. I can see Sophie Upton has broken into a jog towards the rostrum. So, and she's quickly climbing the steps. So here we go. Won't be long. So the 12 of them set to walk forward. For our first of 7 races today. And the flag is raised. Runners racing on the outer line throughout the afternoon on the hurdle course. And they're off. Our opening race is the Join Racing TV Now maiden hurdle. And the 12 of them will jump 8 flights. Garçon d'Argent, the white and blue, up there with Uncle Bert, and Greatness Awaits in between them as they get to flight number 1. Slight bump between Garçon d'Argent and Greatness Awaits. Moving on to the second. Great Samurai, white jacket, just in behind Uncle Bert. And that's being followed by Benefact. She wears the wellies not too far away. A little bit awkward, Garçon d'Argent at the second, and got a crack down the shoulder. On the near side is Intimate, the light green and light blue colours. On the inner of that is Moonlight Artist, racing in company with She Wears the Wellies and Great Samurai. Benefact following with Regally Blonde, pink and white. On the outside of Regally Blonde is Diamond Twin, and the back to Chankaya and 1 step, 2 steps under James Davies towards the rear. So they've taken their first 2 obstacles, and it is Uncle Bert and Jordan Naylor assuming command now from Garçon d'Argent in second place. Greatness Awaits, and Kevin Brogan following in third position, with Intimate on the outside and Harry Skelton and Great Samurai on the inner as they now get very close to flight number 3. Uncle Bert over in front. No drama really at that obstacle. Benefact the grey in midfield, perhaps slightly novice-y, as it is Uncle Bert that leads by just under 2 lengths to Garçon d'Argent in second place. On the girth of that one on the inner is Greatness Awaits, followed by Great Samurai, and in 5th position is Intimate. Another 2 lengths or so to She Wears the Wellies, Benefact, Moonlight Artist, and Regally Blonde. Diamond Twin is towards the rear with Chankaya, and 1 step, 2 steps is also towards the back. As they head downhill now with Uncle Bert, who's finished second 3 times, at Sandown Park once and at Fosslas twice. bidding for a first victory that has so far eluded him. He's now got a new pursuer in second place. Great Samurai is within 2 lengths of the lead as Garçon d'Argent just loses a bit of ground on the outside of Greatness Awaits. Intimate and Charlie Deutsch still in 5th, with Benefactor Nico de Boinville, the grey, in 6th position. She wears the wellies. Moonlight Artist, they're in the back straight now. 1 step, 2 steps, just edged past Regally Blonde. And the back 2, Chankaya, running in company with Diamond Twin, the dark blue and yellow. So 3 flights in the back straight. Uncle Bert is going to rise first at the first of them, to Great Samurai in 2nd position, who's travelling strongly. With in 3rd place, then his Greatness Awaits, and then a gap is opening up to She Wears the Wellies in 4th position as they run to the middle hurdle in the back straight. Uncle Bert, again, a very quick jump from Great Samurai in 2nd place, just taken back again by Skelton, with Greatness Awaits there on the outside. A gap opening up to the staying on Regally Blonde, who's just about to go into 4th place, certainly threatening to go past She Wears the Wellies as they get over the 3rd last. Uncle Bert was very good at that one and has a 2-length lead again to Great Samurai in 2nd. Greatness Awaits is in 3rd place. She Wears the Wellies is in 4th, just in front of Regally Blonde, who's having another go at getting past that rival. They are clear then of Moonlight Artist. So it is Uncle Bert that leads, under Jordan Naylor, being followed by Great Samurai and Harry Skelton. What will the horse in 2nd find? It's just starting to be squeezed along now to try and make a challenge to Uncle Bert. They have opened up on Greatness Awaits. You can't go with the front 2, then Regally Blonde in company with She Wears the Wellies. Here is the 2nd last, Uncle Bert, by a length to Great Samurai in 2nd place. They head down towards the 8th and final flight. 1 furlong to go once they rise. As they come to it, Uncle Bert, the near side, has opened up by 2.5 to Great Samurai in 2nd, who landed in a little bit of a heap, and it's quickly over because coming clear is Uncle Bert for James and Jean Potter Limited, Nigel Twiston-Davies and Jordan Naylor. Uncle Bert off the mark today. Great Samurai 2nd. She Wears the Wellies, to his credit, or her credit, I should say, is going to rally well to take 3rd from Greatness Awaits and Regally Blonde.
It was all pretty straightforward in the end, wasn't it, for Uncle Bert? Given a no-nonsense ride by Jordan Naylor. Got him in front from the outset, got him relaxed in front as well, and simply outstayed Great Samurai from 2 out. They had the race, Jonathan, between them from a long way out, and ultimately it was a fairly one-sided fight.
I think that form might prove to be quite reliable. Yes, I think he's left behind a disappointing run last time when he made mistakes with Too Keen. He's done everything right out in front today. The runner-up has settled better and has definitely stepped forward. The pair of them are miles clear.
They are.
I suspect it's probably okay form. I should think the winner's definitely run to its 1:16 mark at least.
Okay. Not sure the handicapper can do anything with that mark, can he?
No, I don't think so. I think the runner-ups come on a bundle for the Taunton effort. Bungled the last when already held, but I mean